Selling in the billions each year, Rainbow Mealworms is your one-stop shop for all your insect needs. Their quality feeders and A-plus customer service keep me coming back to support the health and growth of all of our animals. Visit them today at rainbowmealworms.net to place your order. Let's see, testing microphone volume. I think we're good now. I'm getting some response back, so appreciate it. Man, technical difficulties is crazy. I forget what there was something else as I was starting to stream. Oh, my whole screen was blurry and it wouldn't let my camera work. And then I jumped in and I couldn't hear my intro and it didn't sound like my mic was working. So I was like, oh, come on. But I mean, that's just part of technology, the pros and the cons. But how you guys doing tonight? Hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing decent. The only reason I say I'm doing decent is because, work never stops over here. There's a lot of animals, a lot of stuff that I am taking care of and still, need to take care of later tonight. But I really appreciate these streams. It's a nice kind of, even though it's not too relaxing, because I always come away with like a sore throat, it's like a kick back, relax, have a good time, kind of recharge with some friends, kind of live stream. So if you're chiming in for the first time, thank you guys for being here. I see a lot of our faithful followers already here. So I'll give some shout outs to people who are early birds. Mr. Wizard Official, I'm not sure if I've seen you in here, but welcome, welcome. Norman, of course, welcome. Dragonheart Exotics, Ad CH, thank you for that feedback. Not sure if I've seen you in here. Shane Reef, definitely seen you, brother. Kyle Bugs Mom, appreciate you. Kyle Dell, thank you guys for showing up early and tuning in. So DNS, of course. This is just my time to spend with you guys, kind of talk geckos, reptiles, hobby, life, all of that. But we tend to stay on reptiles for the most part, so I really appreciate it. So DNS says, shout out to Gecko Punks. I'm getting a gecko, and he was nice to hold the gecko for me since we're moving right now. That's really cool. So you don't have to say DNS younger than Gecko Punks. We got some younger people, younger I don't want to call them kids because they're already starting businesses and stuff, but younger humans, right? In the reptile world that are really passionate and getting started early in breeding. Like when I was their age, when I was 13, 14, I was still just keeping reptiles. I wasn't even concerned about breeding at all. And these guys are already learning genetics and breeding and all that kind of stuff. The Devil Black Knight. Actually, I do have a video of the Devil Black Knight that I can show you. So the Devil Black Knight is a really aggressive attitude leopard gecko that I have that I'll probably wind up selling once I get a backup male Black Knight. So let me show you here. I have him on our Instagram, but you might, if you follow us on Instagram, you actually might have seen his video because it's from a while ago. But wait, was that him? Actually, it's not him, the video that I'm thinking of. So I don't know if I officially have a video of him, but if I do, it will be here. But I don't think I do. I'm sorry. So I can't really show you him, but he is the only gecko that has ever leaped 5 to 8 inches across his cage to try to bite me on the finger. Thankfully, I was fast enough to pull away. But after that, he will like aggressively jump at me and run around the cage and jump at me some more. Um, he's on another level. I've had some aggressive geckos before. I've had one in particular that I could think of that was really, really aggressive, but they tend to just like close their, it was a Diablo Blanco. They tend to just close their eyes, stay still, waggle, you know, kind of wave their tail and then bite at you when you come near. This is the only gecko that I've ever had that actually charged me, like charged my hand multiple times as I came into the cage. So I'll probably wind up selling him. For now, he's a backup in case I need him for the Black Knight project. But for now, our stud Black Knight Leopard Gecko male has been just taking care of business. So I haven't had the need to put this guy into breeding. So I thought you were going to say, show us the Red Devil, because that's a gecko that I'm probably going to try to get shipped in sometime soon. So let me show you the Red Devil Leopard Gecko. Maybe, I don't know. You know, the problem with Leopard Gecko pictures is that although pictures are worth 1,000 words, they're also deceiving. So like what looks really good in a picture might not be that great in person. So this is the Red Devil. Supposedly it's like the most red line of Leopard Gecko. This is pretty cool. I like this. Black blood. Let me see if I can find a really good picture of like what the Red Devil is known for. It looks like my screen is kind of dull right now, or I'm not sure. This is cool. Is that African fat tail? Yeah, Rosamel. That's nice. I'm gonna have to get into some fatties, getting some fat tails. So this is the Red Devil. It's, you know, if you look at this guy's Instagram, I don't know why my screen looks a little duller now than normal, but normally this animal looks really, really red, sometimes a little bit translucent looking, but nonetheless an outstanding animal. Wait, this might be a false account. Hold on. I think this is a false account. Because you know how people create like fake accounts and stuff. There's no way SFF Geckos only has 822 followers. Hold on. It's gotta have more. It's gotta. Maybe it's not a false account. I mean, he is in Asia, you know, so sometimes they have less followers. Anyway, he's the creator of the Red Devil, which comes from like electric tangerine lines and some other stuff that he's made in there. This animal is pretty cool. Sunstone. So this is probably like Red Devil and I don't know. Black Knight? I don't know. There's a lot of. So the Red Devil essentially is his own tangerine bloodline mixed with Bell albino, and it's supposed to shine as the most red leopard gecko in the hobby. These pictures aren't doing it justice. I don't know why my screen isn't showing it. The pictures look great. The pictures of the Red Devil that I've seen look great. Let me check his Facebook. Maybe it's better on there if he has a Facebook. But when you see a picture of a gecko, just like the video I made, a picture can be really, really deceiving based on the camera angle and the natural editing that happens in your camera, you know, while you're posting that gecko onto a page and whatnot, you know. So although the gecko looks good, I don't know if I'm completely convinced that when I get it in person, it's going to be worth $5,000 or whatever price he puts on it. But I did send him a message and I said, hey, how do I get this gecko over to the United States? I'd probably say like Geckopia and a lot of other breeders are very passionate about like trying to get Red Devil into their collection. I think Geckopia even bought a Red Devil from this guy, so we'll see. But that's what I thought you meant for a second. So, guys, can I ask a favor? Because I know you guys love us and always want to support us. What I really want to do to start promoting my channel more is start asking a little bit of a favor of you guys. So whenever I post a video, if you don't mind, like this video right here, like this video I thought was pretty cool. I don't know if you guys have watched this video yet. It's pretty funny. There's some like funny stuff in this video. There's even a Donald Trump meme in here. And if you can find the Donald Trump meme, I'm gonna start making like maybe like bonus giveaways or something. If people can find like the Donald Trump memes that I put in my videos, that they get an extra bonus or something. It's not a meme like portraying him in a bad way or anything like that. It's just funny. But if you could find the meme, kudos to you, credits to you. I'll definitely give you a shout out. But what I would really appreciate, guys, if you can, um, if you can play like these videos that I make in the background or on your computer while you're like doing something else, or on your phone while you're doing something else, that really, really helps the channel grow for retention and whatnot. But this is a pretty good video if I can market it, because I just made it. I was experimenting with releasing videos on Saturday, and like it didn't get too many views on Saturday, so I was like a little bummed about that. But it's on reptile parasites, and there's some pretty good information about reptile parasites in here and the different parasites that we face for reptiles. Because I know that was one of the topics that we voted on, and it came in second place for what you guys wanted to hear about. But like, yeah, if you could just play that video in the background or watch it through, that helps a lot. Or if you play it from different accounts or watch it multiple times. Also, our red stripe video is pretty cool. I had to change the thumbnail because a lot of people were complaining about the clown red stripe that I put on there, which was, wasn't my picture. And so I didn't want to like create drama with that or anything. So I took the picture down. But I did have somebody say that that picture was not a red stripe, but that's incorrect. That picture was a red stripe. So not all clowns are red stripes, obviously, but red stripes can be clowns because clowns were made from red stripe lineage. But anyway, yeah. I just like to talk geckos, have a good time, and promote people as much as possible. So if it made somebody upset, then I'll take the picture down. But anyway, it made me kind of more experienced with putting my own thumbnails and my own pictures up there, because that was our own gecko. So I have a daughter learning about breeding, right? Yeah, that's amazing. Kids, I'll just call them kids, young people, they're breeding geckos super early nowadays. Really, really fun stuff. Ooh, talking about fun stuff, guys, check this out. I really like the vibe of this. And I had to make a video on this and kind of show this off more. But if you go to our Morph market, you're going to see our up-to-date pricing. So our website does not have up-to-date pricing right now, but our Morph market does. So like this gecko is $79, but on my website, it might be like $130. Take advantage of that, because I wanted to experiment on Morph market to see how quickly and how much interest I could generate by pricing the geckos lower. Actually, this gecko is probably like 115, maybe 120. This gecko was like 140, 150, because you can see a lot of really nice coloration. But I think this is pretty cool. Check this out. So if you look at our special discounts, 10% off 2 animals, 15% off 3, 20% off 4. But instead of calling them wholesale orders, I'm going to start calling them like Pokemon starter packs. And so a starter pack will include any of this lineage. So Inferno Tangerine, Bold Emerine, Jungle Stripe, Wonky, Reverse Stripe, Regular Stripe, Eclipse, Tremper, Albino, Fasciolatus, Afghanicus, Turkmenicus. So our starter packs will include any of those types of geckos, and you can either choose the geckos you want from our website or let me choose for you. And if you let me choose for you, I might give you some bonuses in there. But here's the thing. The starter pack, there's a 5 gecko starter pack for $299. So that's $299 plus $59 shipping, $55 shipping overnight to your door, live arrival guaranteed on all 5 of those animals, or your money back. And then we have a 10 gecko starter pack, so kind of sticking with the Pokemon theme, $499. 15 gecko starter pack, $699. 20 gecko starter pack, $799. And then after this, I'm probably going to eventually make a mystery pack, right? A mystery box. And it could, that mystery box I might do in different ways. I might make that mystery box something that includes like one high-end animal, three medium animals, and like one lower end animal or lower priced animal, right? All our animals are great quality, so I can't call them lower end. But you might get like a black knight in that package, and then like three tangerines, and then like a bold stripe or something, right? That would be like a mystery box. In addition to that, when I do mystery packages or boxes in the future, I'd like to also include cross species. So if you tell me, hey, I'm open to receiving a ball python, receiving a crested gecko, receiving a gargoyle gecko, receiving a leopard gecko, if you tell me you're open to receiving multiple species, then I can send you like a mystery box that actually has multiple species in it. I think that, what do you guys think about that? That sounds pretty fun to me. But it's something that's going to take a little bit of time to get going. But right now, for sure, we already have these starter packs available. So if you want to, these are for leopard geckos. I guess we could do it for snakes as well, but this pricing is for leopard geckos. So if you want a 5 gecko pack, 10 gecko pack, let me know, and we'll let you pick out those geckos and you'll receive them, or I could pick them out for you and surprise you. So Norman, were you talking about the Devil Black Knight? Because I don't know if it was you or somebody else. It was probably the person that was asking for it. And I think I put their name in my phone, but the person asking for the Devil Child, which is our Black Knight thingy that has issues. Oh, Dragonheart. I think Dragonheart was asking me if they could buy that gecko already. But you never know. Sometimes people aren't able to buy it. Sometimes people are. The weird thing is he's a pure Black Knight, but he's like a yellowish black. So he's got decent darkness to him. I would probably rate him at like a 5 or 6 out of 10 on darkness, but he is a pure Black Knight. He comes from pure lineage. There is that whole theory about geckos at higher temperatures being lighter. So I don't really know if that lightness is being caused by him being incubated for a male. Actually, he was incubated for a female. And when I was raising him, he wasn't growing so fast. In a 12-quart tub, he wasn't eating. So I moved him to a 6-quart tub, and he started eating right away and grew up into an adult, no problem. But when he grew up into adult, he was yellowish black instead of just black. And so it could have been a vitamin deficiency or something while he was growing up. But oh, thank you so much, Henry Hicks and DNS, on the compliments on the video. I appreciate it. Did you guys see the Donald Trump reference in there? Should I just show you guys? Because it's funny. My wife, bless her heart, she's not the biggest Donald Trump fan. Mind what you may, think what you may. I'm not going to say she hates him or anything like that. I don't hate the guy. I don't necessarily overly like him. I just, it is what it is. I find some of his stuff funny and whatnot. So I include a lot of his memes in the video. So I'll show you guys the meme in the video. There, you can tell me what you think. Can you guys hear this? Can you guys hear it?
Loss of appetite. Now, treatments will often include general together. Now, one thing you could do that a lot of breeders do is you could use disposable food and or water dishes. Now, I don't use disposable food dishes. I use the Rainbow Mealworms Escape-Free Feeder Dish for
shout out Rainbow.
Sailfin dragons, skinks, geckos of all kinds, snakes
on a
yearly or bi-yearly basis. That it does mess.
Can you guys hear the video?
Bacteria and relationship that the animal's digestive tract already has. I don't really know much into that, but I do know that there are some breeders that treat their animals with yearly or twice a year medication. And a matter of fact,
okay, yeah, it's coming up. Talking about prevention.
Sailfin dragons, skinks, geckos of all kinds, snakes, almost every single one of them will give general worming and deworming medication.
Cool. Thanks, Shane. It's coming up.
It out to
promise.
The general public, especially if that species is known to come from an area of the world where those parasites run rampant. Now, prevention is the same as the other parasites. You'll just want to make sure the cage is cleaned in the exact same way, once a week minimum. Spot clean daily or every couple days if you can. Get that poo out of there.
Get him out of here!
And don't cohabitate.
Those little funny things like that I put in my videos. Sometimes I just watch them over and over again just for a good laugh. But I show it to my wife. She laughs every time. She's like, where did you find that clip? I was like, there are tons of Donald Trump funny clips on the internet. Get him out of here. Oh, love it. But let's see what I missed here. Okay, I have to back up a little. I got one who acts nice and then spins on me real quick to bite. A leopard gecko bite from an aggressive gecko that's actually trying to bite hard is actually it can be not a severe bite, but a pretty intense bite, which is one reason why group breeding is a little sensitive, because leopard geckos actually have carnivore-like teeth. I mean, in the wild, they'll eat anything they can, even little rodents. So crested geckos are pretty commonly kept in groups, like one male to like 4 females in a giant tub. When you do that with leopard geckos, I'd say about 10% of the tubs that you have, so 1 out of every 10 tubs is going to have a female that is getting abused, or a female that's getting underweight, or multiple females that are getting in fights and they'll start peeling off the skin from each other, nipping at the tails, losing their tails. So that's one thing that you want to keep an eye out for group breeding leopard geckos. I told you I would keep you guys updated on how I feel about it as time goes on. I'm not going to make a video on it just yet because it hasn't been long enough, but I have noticed this. Like I said, 1 out of every 10 tubs or so, or yeah, maybe 1.5, or maybe 1 to 2 out of every 10 tubs are going to have some kind of issue that you have to address. And you might have to remove females from that tub or remove aggressive females. But the other 80% of tubs are perfectly fine. Everybody gets along. Nobody's biting. I think it can become a domesticated issue, not domestic assault issue, domesticated in the sense that I think their attitude in getting used to each other living in groups can become better and better as time goes on, the more that we keep leopard geckos in groups. So leopard geckos from the wild, even wild types that you deal with nowadays, fasciolatus, Turkmenicus, Afghanicus, not Afghanicus. Afghanicuses are really calm, but Turkmenicuses and fasciolatuses that are more wild type blood, they are more feisty a little bit, not aggressive, but they are a little bit flighty, a little bit more movie than your average macularis that has been domesticated and inbred in society for so long. So I think the more that we breed and keep in groups leopard geckos, the more calm they can be. But the reason that I love leopard geckos so much is because they're little killers, right? They're meant to eat bugs and hunt, whereas a crested gecko is not built for hunting or killing. So when a crested gecko abuses another crested gecko, it's typically not as bad as when a leopard gecko abuses another leopard gecko. So something to keep in mind for group breeding. But I do believe that this is only my first year. All of my geckos prior to this never ever spent more than 10 minutes with each other. So the fact that they're living 24/7 with each other, I'm asking a lot of them, but I did it to everybody because I wanted to really see the results across the board. I did it to the expensive geckos. I did it to the high-end gecko. I mean, the medium geckos. I did it to the lower priced geckos. Not quality, lower priced geckos. I did it to them all because I really wanted to get a good feel for how I like it across the board, even with expensive animals. And I like it, but like I said, you need to watch for girls that get skinny, remove them and put them in their own tub so they can regain their weight. And girls that are aggressive, like if you see geckos that are getting picked on, like I'm going to do a video on this. I have a girl that was getting picked on pretty bad. Like she has a lot of skin off her face torn off, her tail torn off, bites on her back. And this was only from another female. It wasn't even from a male. She's fine now. I removed her. A week later, she's all healed up. Leopard geckos are fantastic in that way. But those are the things that you want to keep an eye out for if and when group breeding, you know? Yeah, and because he's only a 5 out of 10 on physical darkness, the Black Knight Leopard Gecko, he is an adult breeder male, ready to rock and roll. Like I've bred him to a couple lower priced animals when I was short on males just to breed them to them. So he does breed, like he is ready to breed. Because he is ready to breed and he is a black knight and he is male, which male black knights always carry more value than females, I'd probably be looking for at least 800 from him. Probably 800 to 1,000. A typical black knight male that is an adult and already breeding would, if he's black, would go easily nowadays for 2 to 3,000. But because he's only a 5 out of 6 out of 10 of darkness, I'd probably only just take 1,000 for him. But again, it might have just been a vitamin deficiency when he was younger, because that first month I had him, he didn't grow, he didn't eat until I moved him to the 6-quart tub. So he might have all the genetic potential for producing dark animals inside of his DNA. It just, his own developmental process did not develop him that dark, because of something. I don't know. It also happens with black knights. They don't always all come out dark. Got a fly on my face. He could have also came from one of the females that the guy bred him to that was like a lesser of a black knight, But our stud black knight male, he gets the job done. He's a good boy. Nice. He's dark as well. So my daughter only has one female. We do not plan on breeding. She's almost 2 years old, bright yellow with black spots. Ryu. Good name. Good name. Yeah, we started early after getting them, and we're still learning. Lost 3 eggs, but we feel like we dialed it in with the second clutch. And that's what it's all about. You live, you learn, you make mistakes, and you make adjustments. I've made plenty of mistakes. Thank you, Cody. Hit that like button. Appreciate that. Let me check it out. Just for Cody. Wait. Where is my... Oops. No, I don't want to start that. Cody, appreciate the shout out. Let's check it out. Let's check ourselves out here. Appreciate the shout out. Let's check it out. So we got 13 likes and 14 people watching. That's a pretty good ratio, but someone out there didn't like the video. Nice. I always see MJ from Trap Talk talking, and he's like, let's get that likes ratio up. And he kind of likens it to like how many people are inside the stream versus how many likes he actually has. Even though that's not a good standard to judge by, because as people are leaving, they could have liked the video before they left. So like those likes might have came from those people, but I would appreciate some likes, guys. And thank you, Cody, for shouting that out. That also helps the YouTube algorithm. We've been doing really good with our live streams lately. Our Monday night has been averaging like 15 to 20 people. And then I don't know if it was because we had Robbie on this last Friday or because people are just getting used to us being live on Fridays. But this Friday, we had twice as many people on our live stream as we normally do, which is great. Our Friday night live streams was a little bit lower. It was averaging like 7 to 10 people because that's a newer platform, a newer day for us to be doing a live stream on. But last Friday with Robbie, we were averaging 15 to 20 people that whole 2.5 hours. It was really great. And we got some really cool people on our Friday streams coming up this month. So let me give you a quick little idea for August. This Friday, Geckopia. Next Friday, VivTech. The Friday after that is open. I'm gonna find someone to put in there. The Friday after that, Next Level Displays. The Friday after next. No, I'm just kidding. And then in September, I'm really excited for Jessica's Animal Friends and also NBK Reptiles from Canada. So really excited for those guys. I learned something from NBK Reptiles and watching his videos that I've never seen any American breeder do, and I think it could be a game changer, and I'm going to do a video on it. Speaking about videos, I also want to I think it's going to be good for our algorithm and also for my commitment to you guys. I really want to commit to releasing videos on a scheduled basis so you guys can begin to expect when a new video is going to drop. I think whenever a new video is made, like this is a video on Monday night. There also is a video on Friday night when we do the live streams. That counts as a video. I think it's good to space those out every other day. So what I might do is on Wednesday mornings at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, I think I am going to start releasing our educational and entertainment videos on Wednesdays. And so sometimes you'll see me send out polls for you guys to vote on, like what videos do you want to see? And then you guys will vote, and then I'll make a video on that. I also have another whole list of suggestions that I have and that people have made for me. So yeah, so this Wednesday, I'm going to try to release that first video. If it gets really good retention, like a lot of people watch it off the bat, and Wednesday seems to be a good day to release those videos, I'll keep Wednesday as my release day. And then I might make another release day throughout the week, but for now, I'll try to commit to at least Wednesday. That's going to be like my thing. So every week, you're going to get 2 live streams and 1 regular video every single week. That would be what my goal to try to do. So let me know about that. And again, if you guys see us drop our new videos and stuff, I really appreciate that. One thing that I'm trying to think if it's hurting my channel is how many shorts I'm releasing. So I release a lot of YouTube shorts. I don't know if you guys know off the top of your head what a YouTube short is, but it's kind of like an Instagram reel. So for example, check this out. Where's the volume? Wait. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's pretty cool. Look, I made this one.
Look what I found. A giant snake. He's really big, but sweet. Look what I found.
Okay, so those are YouTube shorts. Yeah, I have a lot of different YouTube shorts that I've done. This one was pretty cool. Check this out. That's a baby tegu that just hatched out right there. Oh, shoot, you guys can't see. My bad. Hold on.
Life begins.
That's a baby tegu that just hatched out right there. And in case you didn't see the first one, this was the first one.
Look what I found. A giant snake. He's really big, but sweet.
So yeah, those are YouTube shorts. And YouTube does a pretty decent job of promoting those and getting views and getting new followers. But I don't know how much it affects the current followers I have. Like if they like it, it might be content overload, right? So like if I'm releasing 1 short a day plus a video a week plus 2 live streams a week, that might be too much content that is like overload for you guys. So what do you think about that? We have a male Tremper albino, male. Oh, good. Yeah, Bell albino is pretty cool. I'll probably be getting into Bells eventually. For now, Tremper does the job for me. You know, there's a lot of really high quality Trempers out there, and I only work with Tremper, so like I could just breed everything to itself in this collection. Thank you, Dragonheart. Smash the like button. That's a good video. I watched it 4 or 5 times. Oop, I must be behind. I think I just swallowed the fly. I hate when that happens. Axfan, I think starter packs with husbandry supplies would be better, such as hides, feeding bowls, supplements, for a combined price and can be added to your leopard gecko as an option. That's a really good idea. Fly's still in my throat. That's actually a good idea. I've never been known to create products, right? Like Geckopia creates products. Even Bubba's Geckos creates products. You know, I've never wanted to be in the product game. That's a whole nother hustle and grind, and you know, like time that marketing and stuff that would take up. But I do order a ton of stuff in bulk, like a ridiculous amount of deli cups, water dishes, food bowls, big food bowls, small food bowls, rainbow mealworms food bowls. Excuse me. Deli cups that can be converted into human hides. I got the hiccups now. Excuse me. So I could, because I buy that stuff in bulk, I could I could sell it with little packs and stuff. You think a fly is 1 gram of protein? Yeah, DNS for now. I will not be getting any tarantulas, but I'd love to in the future. I got the hiccups. I apologize. I think tarantulas are really cool. And for anybody who's in that collector mindset, you know, collecting them all, so to speak, like Pokemon, is a really fun idea. And I would like to, when I have the space, to not do it in my house and to have a whole room dedicated to tarantulas and arachnids like scorpions and stuff. So invertebrates. So I can like go into that room and there'll be like scorpions from around the world in there. Probably non-deadly ones. I'm not too into the deadly stuff that can kill me or somebody else. So like have a whole room of that with natural vivariums and setups and stuff. I think it'd be pretty cool. Yes, I learned my lesson, Henry Hicks, to wash hands after handling females before males. Definitely. And wash your hands before handling male to male as well, because males will smell. You know, it's crazy how much they can, the pheromones they can smell on each other. But if you think about it, you could take 2 leopard geckos from 2 different enclosures, drop them into one tub in broad daylight. They'll start breeding in front of you, like with just completely exposed. All of that is pheromone based. So their pheromone, their smell is very, very sensitive to the pheromones. So if they smell a competitive male on your hand, they could absolutely bite you and get aggressive. What do you think about incubating gecko eggs within a heated breeding rack bin instead of an incubator? Brian Barczyk does that. That's what he does with some of his leopard gecko eggs. Leopard gecko eggs are more resilient than any other species of reptile that I know of. For example, man, excuse me. Last year, I thought that I could incubate my tegu and ball python eggs inside of a room that stayed 83 to 90 degrees. That's like, but you can't. Tegu eggs, they can't go through that fluctuation. And ball python eggs can't go through that fluctuation of temperature. But leopard gecko eggs can. Leopard gecko eggs can go through 79 degrees all the way up to 91 degrees and fluctuate throughout their incubation process and be perfectly fine. I'm going to run in the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Maybe some coffee will help. This is going to sound absolutely disgusting, but I think I did swallow that fly because I just coughed up one of his legs right now. But I think it's getting better. I think it's good now. That was a big fly. That was a normal horse fly there. What was I going to say? There was something I was mentioning. 21 people in here. Appreciate it. Can I get everyone? You guys smash the like button. It'd be awesome. Oh, so going back to incubating leopard gecko eggs at room temperature. To my knowledge, now I've never done the switching incubators thing, where like Matt Baronic of Sassabeck Reptiles and some other people, they will move eggs from incubator to incubator across the incubation period, like from 80 degrees to 83 degrees, 83 degrees to 85 degrees, 85 degrees to 90 degrees, in hopes that the color will be brighter of the geckos. I've never really seen any data or anything to really prove that works. There's so much variance in leopard gecko color for different reasons besides temperature. And it just seems weird to me that would be an actual thing, but hey, it's possible. But I will tell you this, I've had really, really bright and awesome looking animals hatch out at low temperatures. So like, at least as of right now, I'm not convinced. Maybe I'll experiment with it in the future and take like, you can't even really take one mom's eggs and incubate them in different incubators because every baby is going to be different no matter what. But if you have a control group, or if you have a group that's, if you have a control group that's at like 85 degrees and then another group that's at like 80 and then another group that's at like 90, you could see if the 90 group is consistently producing better quality animals. Anyway, that's a myth to me until busted or proven otherwise. But so supposedly leopard gecko eggs should have no problem going through temperature swings. And I know that Brian Barczyk, I believe it is, I've seen videos of him where he just keeps his eggs on his shelf where it's like 82 degrees. You know what I mean? So my favorite morph of leopard gecko is tangerine. And I have a video on that. As soon as you go to my channel, it says my favorite morph of leopard gecko, the tangerine leopard gecko. Do you see an aggressive problem with? Yes, not aggression, but here's something else that I know about babies. I've been experimenting with babies in groups as well. For the first 2 to 3 years that I bred leopard geckos, I would keep babies in pairs in a 6-quart or 12-quart tub. So as soon as babies hatch out together in a pair, siblings, I'll put them in a 6 or 12-quart tub, and they'll grow up together until they're about apologize. Till they're about, maybe I should hold my breath. Till they're about 3 months old. 3 months is like max, because once they start hitting 3 months, they start to go into like sexual maturity for the next 2 months, and some will sexually mature earlier than others. So 3 to 4 months. I would say around 3 months if possible. You want to separate them. I've never had an issue doing it that way. I maybe had 2 tail nips across like 200 babies doing it that way, where a baby would lose its tail because it was kept with its sibling. That's like a 1% ratio or less. However, when keeping babies in groups of 4 to 6 or more, if they grow up together, I am seeing a higher ratio of babies losing their tail or dropping their tail. It's not too much higher. Well, it's high enough for me to notice and for me to say, I might not want to do this, because I can't sell babies that have missing tails for the same price as a baby without a missing tail. I would have to say, just thinking about it loosely, 8 to 10% of babies kept in groups of 4 to 8, groups of 4 to 8, 10% of those babies might drop their tails. That's 1 out of 10. That's terrible for 5. That's terrible odds right there. If there was a 1 in 10, I don't want any geckos to lose their tails. Number one, I just don't like when a gecko loses his tail. But number two, it's terrible for business. you can't sell it to a wholesaler. You got to sell it half off to somebody, even if it's a really, really nice gecko. It doesn't really matter if you're keeping it back as a breeder to hold it back, but it absolutely matters when you're selling it into the industry for sale. So anyway, 8 to 10% is a little bit of a big, and it might not be that high. It might be 5 to 8%, but still, I've noticed it. It's a noticeable increase that I do not like. However, there's no aggression per se. They do perfectly fine. It's just that when you have 6 leopard geckos sharing a humid hide, because they all go to that one, and that's another thing I should mention too, is all of this is built around efficiency for me. So I only want to clean 1 humid hide per group. If you have multiple humid hides in these tubs, that might and probably would have better results as far as tail nipping is concerned. And I don't think tail nipping is necessarily aggression, because leopard geckos love sleeping next to each other and stuff, especially as babies. It's just, I don't know, they see a tail and maybe they think it's a worm, or they get a little bit territorial and they nip their friend and their friend gets scared and drops their tail. But again, I think with more domestication and getting leopard geckos used to that you'll see that problem less and less. It just stinks that it's not at that level yet, at least in my collection. So I am seeing the type of stuff that I've been talking about in this video. So now, baby, I thought you were going to say gargoyles. I heard that you definitely don't want to keep baby gargoyles together. They'll bite each other's toes and tails off for sure. What are your thoughts on the ball python Wookiee gene? I think it's super cool. When they made I think it was the Stranger Wookiee something. Let me see. I can show you here. It's one of my favorite clown combinations. Wookiee. Here it is. It's called the Kraken. Look at this thing.
The experiences we never forget come from
The Kraken ball python. Let's see what genetics this is.
Or the Grand Wagoneer.
I'll mute that commercial so I don't get copyright issues or something. I love these ads though. Make me money. However little money it is. Well, it's decent. I shouldn't say it's little, but check this out. This is pretty cool.
What a crazy bred to a Wookiee yellow belly. And
wait, what is this, Mom?
Combo.
This mom is cool looking.
Clown male I own, and I'm very, very fortunate to make him. So this is a black pastel Wookiee yellow belly, spot nose, red stripe.
Ooh, that's a monster.
Clown.
Black pastel Wookiee yellow belly, spot nose. So let's check out the Krakens. This is the Kraken.
Combo, and this is Wookiee spot nose yellow belly clown.
Look at that animal. That's
The
insane.
overall, really cool spot on the back of the neck.
So I like Wookiee for this reason.
Hallmark of some of the Wookiee stuff, and we'll see that kind of come through, and the clown, of course. Awesome. You guys know what yellow belly does with the big flames, the edging.
Crazy.
But I really like that black pastel Wookiee combo in general. How well.
Here's other Wookiees.
I'm just like, I'm really mind blown. We saw these come out. I'm like, how, and where can we take it from here? Like, what can we do with these? Of course.
Crazy. So JKR, which is now known as Canova, the person I was just showing right now, he did something pretty cool with his company. And Billy from Mutation Creations doing the same thing up in Canada. They're starting to create affiliate partnerships. So what they're doing is, let's just use me as an example. Like, if and when I get to the size that I can supply lots of geckos to other breeders, then somebody can become an affiliated partner with you. So like, I breed a lot of geckos. Let's say I have like 20 Black Knight females, 20 Manferno females, 20 high quality, whatever, like another Red Devil females or something like that. I have a whole bunch of animals that I don't have the time to breed. I could buy into somebody. I can make somebody an affiliate with me, and I will own 50% of their company, but I'll give them all these animals, or at like a severely reduced cost. They'll take care of all these animals, breed all these animals, sell all these animals. They'll be their own brand, so to speak. So let's say it's like Norman Davis. So his brand is like Norman Davis and Associates. The associate would be Geeky Gecko Creations. So the stuff that Norman Davis has in his collection is affiliated or linked with the quality of what Geeky Gecko Creations has passed along to him. Now, he's still his own brand, his own person, his own business, but I actually would have equity or ownership or partnership. I would be invested in this person's company. I wouldn't work the company. I would give my counsel, my advice, maybe come over their house or whatever. We would do shows together at times, but it's still 50% that person's company. I'm only a 50% shareholder. And again, shareholders only make money off of the profits. So if you own equity in somebody else's company, like let's use this example. Let's say Frank Casalina owns 50% of a company that Norman Davis created. Norman Davis will first pay himself. So let's say he's making $50,000 a year salary for breeding geckos. So he's paying himself $50,000 a year. And then he has $50,000 worth of profits of leopard geckos. That is what gets split between the partnerships in an LLC or in a business affiliated partnership, you know? So from the profits, which is 50,000, I would get 25,000 of that, and he would get 25,000 of that. And that's how partnerships work in LLCs for people that own equity in your company. So at the end of the day, now this is excluding taxes. Let's exclude taxes. At the end of the day, he made $50,000 salary plus $25,000 profit. And so he made $75,000 that year from working the business. As a 50% owner of the company or affiliate partner, I made $25,000 because I only get a share of the profits. And that's what Canova, which is JKR, and Billy from Mutation Creation, that's what they're doing with ball pythons. They're starting to create affiliate partnerships since they have so many animals where they can give these animals to these people and be a shareholder in their company. And yeah, I mean, it's an interesting thought, you know. The leopard gecko world is a little bit different. Like business and profits and stuff isn't as grand as the ball python world. So like, I don't know if it'll ever get to that level for leopard geckos, but you never know. That's why we're repping leopard geckos, pushing leopard geckos, loving leopard geckos, because you know, maybe one day it will be more of a business-oriented hobby, just like ball pythons is. It was 10 years ago. Leopard geckos was very business-oriented, but it's kind of dropped a little bit as far as the business mindset is concerned because it's very competitive. It's very difficult to make a living out of it right now. There are people that are doing it, but it's very few people, and they're very we don't know a lot about their successes. We don't know how much they're making, how much it costs, you know, because that information is not out there. I will share that information with you guys as I have it. You know, I've shared with you guys my losses, my profits, what I make, what I lose, all of that kind of stuff in like live streams, but I'll share more and more of that as time goes on. You know what I mean? But I think year one in our LLC, I'm invested in ball pythons as well, but year one we lost $70,000, and part of that was because I was transferring like 300 geckos from Frank Casalina to Geeky Gecko Creations. Geeky Gecko Creations now owns those animals, and Geeky Gecko Creations took that as a what's called a transfer of assets expense. So Geeky Gecko Creations went in the hole for as much as every single one of those animals were worth. Essentially, Frank Casalina sold Geeky Gecko Creations those animals. And that was like 2 breeding seasons of animals, that 2 or 3 years of animals that I gave to the company or sold to the company. And that value was maybe like $30, $40, $50,000, something like that. from the value that I placed on those animals that I was giving to the company. So now that's viewed as like assets of the company. So that was a loss. Year one, we lost $70,000 in the company. Year two, we lost $50,000 in the company. And now we're going into year three. But that was without me even counting all of the holdbacks that I have. I need to talk to my accountant about this, but I have a bunch of holdbacks. I have probably like, if I was to part everything out, there's probably another $50,000 worth of holdbacks that I could infuse into the company. And I'm pretty sure that I can use those as expenses in a way. They become assets of the company that become liability of the company, and therefore need to be recorded as an expense. So that will put me in the hole again. But being in the hole is good if you have a spouse or a partner that is paying taxes, because every year that I'm in the hole, we make money back on our taxes. So like last year when we filed our taxes, or this year when we filed our taxes, the Geeky Gecko Creations lost $50,000. So that means that as a married couple, my wife and I lost $50,000. Well, it was her salary minus $50,000, and then if that's zero or negative, the government will give you all of the taxes that your wife or your husband, your spouse, who's paying taxes to the government with their job, the government will give you all that money back. So like we got back, I think it was $8,000 in taxes this last season because because Geeky Gecko Creations was in the hole or was negative. So anyway, I need to learn a lot more about that and do a lot more breakdowns of videos and whatnot. But owning your own business, writing off your own expenses and all that kind of stuff can be very good. The problem with leopard geckos is it's an extremely competitive market. And for you to make an actual career or living out of it would either take one of two things. One, you just take your time with high quality animals and then expect to be profitable in 5 to 10 years. Or two, you breed a ton of animals, high quality, medium quality, low quality, and you have a wholesale, or you have a starter pack. You have a wholesale coming in. You have medium quality geckos going out. You have high quality geckos for sale. That to me, I think is going to be a little bit more profitable and a little bit quicker route to build. But again, I'll let you know how that goes. That's the approach that I'm taking right now in building the business. I'll let you know how quickly I can build it, how much I can make, when the company's profitable, all of that kind of stuff as time goes on. But leopard geckos are extremely, extremely competitive. If you want a $300 gecko, there's 1,000 other people selling it. And there's not so many people that are successful at starting their own businesses and being profitable to where it's making other people jump in and spend a lot of money to be profitable. And so that's what's making the hobby stay just a hobby and not really an investment. For example, when people buy ball pythons, they're thinking of it as an investment. They spend $10,000 on an animal as an investment that they're going to get money back on. When somebody spends $1,000 on a leopard gecko in the hobby, that's like the top end that people spend. When someone spends $1,000 in the leopard gecko hobby, they're not always looking at it as an investment. Some people are just looking at it like, oh, this is a cool animal. I want this animal. I want to make some animals like this. They're not looking at it like, oh, I'm going to buy this $1,000 animal, and then this $1,000 animal, then this $1,000 animal. And then next year I'm going to reinvest and buy this $1,000 animal and this one and this one. So because they're not doing that, it's sort of like hit it and quit it. They're just like, oh, I'm just going to buy this $1,000 animal, and then that's it. I'm not going to buy any more animals for the next 5 years, because there's much less money involved in leopard geckos. So it's not really an investment hobby. It's more of just a hobby, you know? So you have to sell a lot in the $100 to $200 range to make up for the fact that not a lot of people are buying geckos at $1,000, or at least I should say a sustainable amount of people are not buying geckos at the $1,000 mark for a business to thrive without the help of selling lower priced animals. At least this is my theory, because after studying other businesses and studying other people, seeing what they do, experimenting myself with different price points and things, I just think that that's the reality of where the hobby is. I could be wrong. I would challenge or invite any of the people that are successful in having leopard gecko companies. You guys know who they are. If they happen to see this, or if you happen to throw the idea by them, I would invite them to show their expenses, show their revenues, talk about how long it took them to build up their clientele, become profitable, what kind of salary they're paying themselves, how many hours they're putting in, if they have employees, what kind of facility are they working with, and all of that stuff I think is really important to other people getting excited about jumping in on a business level. Okay, I've ranted long enough about that. Let's move on here. So breeder packs don't usually need supplies, but a starter pack for new / first time gecko owners getting some high quality husbandry would be huge. It's a good idea. Magandang Umaga, watching from the Philippines. Malcolm, really appreciate it. Thank you, brother. We get a lot of Filipino love. I love it. My mom's half Filipino. Camel spiders are extremely creepy. You could head over to what's her name? That was on America's Got Talent. Did you guys see her on America's Got Talent, by the way? We had her on our live stream. What's her name? What's her name? What's her name? Slightly Venomous. She was on America's Got Talent, and she was also on our live stream. This was her America's Got Talent thing. So she brought cockroaches on America's Got Talent. You got to check it out. You could type into YouTube America's Got Talent Cockroach Edition, and you'll see her there. She inspired really me. She inspired me to go to my wife to be like, hey, hun, we could bring Tegus on America's Got Talent, and we could have them run at the judges and like drag a rodent on a string and make them like jump onto the judge's table, like right past Heidi's hair or something like that. That would be super fun and exciting. So anyway, you might see us one day on America's Got Talent with snakes and Tegus and stuff like that. We'll have Simon like hold Rex, our big Tegu, right? And then we'll have like Heidi or one of the other female judges like hold the rat. You know what I mean? Like with some tongs or something. And then we'll bring some really, really feisty, aggressive Tegus to go after that rat. And hopefully the Tegus don't run into the audience and attack anybody. Nah, that wouldn't happen. They might run into the audience, but I doubt they would attack somebody. But they are so food driven. Like as soon as they smell that food and they lock onto it, they don't care who's around. They're going after it. I know Snake Discovery that they are trying it with bull snake eggs. Oh, they're trying to like sell bull snake eggs as like a starter pack. Yeah, my business partner actually had that idea, like selling Black Knight eggs, right? Just the eggs. The problem is there's so many things that can go wrong with eggs. The babies can hatch with issues. The eggs can go bad. Like that would be my concern with it. So. Sorry, my questions like jumped to the top, so now I have to. I bought me a new phone, Blue View 2. I don't know what that is. A Blue View 2? Sounds pretty cool. Yeah, thanks, Henry. It was strictly venomous. So she was on America's Got Talent. She's probably one of the first people from the exotic reptile community that was on America's Got Talent. And Simon, Simon actually liked her. I was so surprised. So I think he would like to hold Rex, our big like 4-foot Tegu. I can show you. We have like kids and stuff that hold Rex. You know what I mean? Let's see. I think we were tagged from a video. Oh, I didn't see this tag. Let's Let's see who this is. Nah, I don't know where it went. What was I thinking? What was I saying? Oh yeah, the show we did. We had like, I don't think it's here anymore, but we had a picture of like a 4-foot tegu on a guy's head. Oh, it's on my website. It's on my website. Let me go because so our website prices are not accurate right now. If you want, go to Morph Market. You'll find way better prices on Morph Market. And we're also going to start doing starter packs. So a pack of 5 geckos, a pack of 10 geckos will be a discounted price, extremely discounted price. So pretty cool. Let's see. You can see this was pretty cool. Brooke got this guy to hold a snake, and he came into the show saying that he was not going to hold any snakes, and she got him to hold a snake. His wife was super impressed. Here we go. This is the guy with the tegu. So this is our 4-foot tegu crawling onto this guy's head. You can see it's on this guy's head right now. And yeah, we could have Simon Cowell hold him. So we haven't hatched out any visual puzzles this year. We're waiting on our het and visual puzzle females to officially lay their eggs. They're kind of in the middle of like growing their follicles. But we did hatch a bunch of het babies. So we're probably going to have a bunch of like het puzzle babies available. These are some het puzzle babies right here that you can see.
Puzzle to a pastel female. That is a wicked looking animal. The amount of blushing and spacing between the alien heads. So this is typically how we'll set up our babies.
So these are 100% het puzzle.
Right from the start with a nice big water bowl so that they can...
And those ones are pastel and super pastel, 100% het puzzle. If you want other het puzzle stuff, we got some adult male breeders ready to breed right now on Morph Market, and they are super well priced, and they are like double het. Like, check this out. Double het is really good. They're het for a hypo and het for puzzle. And these we bought from somebody. So right here is Orange Dream Super Pastel, Het Puzzle, 50% Het Desert Ghost. Mojave Vanilla, 100% Het Puzzle, 50% Het Hypo. We have this one, which is a lesser, 100% Het Puzzle, 100% Het Hypo. And these are all male adults ready to breed. So if you want to get into the puzzle game, you could get those. Or we're going to start having baby packs that we could put together. So like one male and one female baby packs of snakes that are 100% het puzzle. There'll be pastel, super pastel, yellow belly, red stripe, spider, and some other, like there's some other het stuff that we'll probably be selling as soon as they have a few meals into them. So anyway, thank you guys so much. My voice is starting to give out. I got a little more work to do tonight. I think we're going to cap it off there. But I really appreciate hanging out with you guys. Shane in for the long haul, DNS, Henry Hicks, Dragonheart Exotics, Malcolm, Kyle Dell, Sir Gugu, again, back in the house, Mr. Wizard, Gecko Punk, everybody, if I missed your name, Axe Fang. Thank you guys for all hanging out with us this late. Look for Geckopia on this Friday's stream. And also look for a new video to be released on Wednesday. But if you have not yet, please give our most recent video a watch, if you don't mind, if you could be so kind. We have our most recent video on gecko parasites that I took a lot of time to put into, and I created like some, I don't know, I thought it was like funny, humorous things to put in here, but it's one of our more recent videos that is near the top right here. And see, this is another thing. Whenever you put a lot of shorts on your channel, it kind of makes your channel look crummy a little bit. Like, I don't like the way this looks. It doesn't look fantastic. Then again, there are some channels that have like really good looking thumbnails, but then they don't have a lot of followers. So I don't really know how much it matters and what's more important. You guys let me know. Do you often come to my video section and like look for past videos, or do you just search for it? But please, if you can, watch this Reptile Parasites video, watch this Red Stripe video if you have not seen it yet. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. and I will see you in the next video. Peace and have a good night.
Selling in the billions each year, Rainbow Mealworms is your one-stop shop for all your insect needs. Their quality feeders and A+ customer service keep me coming back to support the health and growth of all of our animals. Visit them today at rainbowmealworms.net to place your order.